So yeah, what is happening? I just thought we'd talk about the whole fucking H3 situation. Everything Ethan stated about Hassan are the same talking points that me and others were banned for bringing up. So for years, the slightest comment about Hassan, it just get you like ended on their Reddit and whatever. But thank God, common sense has finally prevailed. This fan base of leftovers very quickly devolved into lies and misinformation and very bad faith in pretty much every direction. If anything, I hope to God that this is a reminder that in future, don't just like blacklist someone for having a different opinion, because maybe he would have found out that Hassan was such a weirdo a bit earlier. Thank you, Ethan, for showing these people what they actually are, just malicious bottom feeders who feed off negativity. Um, People dumb enough to listen to a Nepo baby who ranks worse than Fox News for misinformation. He comes from a rich family, like most tankies. Almost like when you've got honestly, it's almost like when you've been given everything your whole life, it's a lot easier to give up everything, or at least say you are while driving a 200k car. This man's like the definition of a hypocrite. If in any way he practiced what he'd preach, he'd set up his own business to be communist. I'm not being funny. Everyone keeps telling me I'm wrong, but there isn't no laws against this. So if he actually believed in communism and he believed it worked, why doesn't he implement it himself? Very few have the luxury to say they could try it out themselves. He runs a business and chooses not to. Why? Because he doesn't believe anything he says. He just wants to profit further by dividing people with misinformation and inflammatory rhetoric. Some fans must deny everything, otherwise confront the fact that they're supporting some of the worst human crimes of all time and saying that they're justified. So yeah, I've just been getting banned and stuff whenever I bring up any of these points online and the Reddits, and I'm providing information and everything links, and then I'm just met with absolute idiots. It really comes down to people have already made their minds up and they don't want you to confuse them with the facts, as most Hassan fans cope over the fact that he's ranked lower than Fox News. So notice that his fans will attack anyone who's willing to speak up. Am I living in the same reality as everyone else, or is this the same guy that said it's alright to rape people as long as they're rich? Play the clip.
They were...
At least Patrick Henry College is doing one good thing, which is that if you have these fucking millionaire, billionaire, wasp fail sons, at least taking them out of other colleges so they can only do date rape to other billionaire, millionaire failed daughters is in some respects, from a utilitarian perspective, of course, a little bit better. You know what I mean? Taking these guys and putting them in a pen with one another is ultimately getting them away from the broader society.
Teaching.
Everything, I've been saying for time, them male feminists are just weird and seedy. It's if I'm a good person, I don't need to go around telling everyone I'm a good person. So if someone's constantly saying to you, I'm a good person, I'm a morally just person, do not trust that person. The amount of wealth somebody has shouldn't justify your sickening, unacceptable actions to them, or laughing about someone else doing it. I'm not being funny, that's probably one of the worst things you can wish on someone. And honestly, I'm not against dark humour, but Jesus, he's not joking in the slightest. He's 100% being serious.
Other companies that don't want to risk having this happen to their product, having this happen to their ships, literally are okay, we're not going to use the trade route anymore. All of a sudden, if you don't use the trade route, trade gets more expensive for the West. All of a sudden, if you can't use that trade route,
for everybody.
The Israeli port
Once
is going
again,
to get banned.
A totally ridiculous reading of the situation. It doesn't just get expensive for the West. And the West can afford it. The West, you know what I mean? It's the poorer countries, the West African countries, that it gets expensive for, that it hurts them way more. And in fact, like I said, Israel imports are relatively fine.
Between this and immortalizing, let's say this destroying babies, I honestly don't know how he even has a platform at this point. So, Ethan pal, maybe next time look into a person's background before you hire him. You know what though, more than anything, I'm not even angry, I'm just disappointed in Hasan. What would Cenk say? Hasan, before you spread more misinformation and try to further a cause, which you'd end up damaging more than you'd help, just think one thing. What would Cenk do? That man, for all his faults, knows what he's talking about, and while Hasan is a net negative for society who just eggs on riots, knowing he'll never leave his LA mansion in fear that he'll get terrorized by the Game Awards kid again.
Corporate companies, this is a crazy protest.
Anyway, as I was saying,
Landlords, we love them a lot.
we're waiting for.
We're waiting for the landlords to come.
Oh, there you are. Thank you.
See if you see a Nissan.
No, I can. It's a public place. I can show the sign. Yeah, I will be showing the sign. You guys like landlords?
We'll probably leave if that's the case. I don't want to fuck anyone's shit up.
Yeah, I'll connect it.
This little fucking fetus, bro. I swear to God.
People wonder why the right's so paranoid. It's because of inhuman, horrible representation we have like this. Like, someone from Liverpool who considers himself very liberal-leaning, sitting here like, why the fuck's this fella claiming he represents us? So it just burns twice as hot, do you know what I mean? Like, no, we're not all this fucking stupid and he shouldn't be representing the left because he's probably the most extremist who, like, around there who brings... He's just an extremist who just swings round to the level of racism again. A man who said bring landlords out to the street and shoot them. Like, I'm not paraphrasing here, this is words that came out of his mouth, so it's just like, his fans literally have to deny fact to be a fan of him.
It's hurt poor people that they can afford housing in Berkeley. I don't know how that works.
My understanding is that the property owners who have properties there choose just not to rent it at all.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit. Murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude. Oh my God, in a video game, of course.
NFL
Holy
streets,
shit.
right?
Holy fucking shit, dude. Sorry. I meant in a video game.
So it's just like, come on boys, what reality you're living in? Let's stop dyeing your hair purple. Stop saying you're gonna tear the system down with, because if you are, you've got to tell me what you're gonna fucking put in its place. Because if not, you need to kindly shut the fuck up and get back in line. Go and make me fries. Go and do my fries. Do you know what I mean? Like, in a bit. But yeah, this is the point I'm at with these these people who just want to tear something down. It's just, you know what I mean? What are you putting in place? Tell me what you're putting in place and then maybe that'll be fine. But until that happens, keep making my fries. Keep shutting up. Keep like sitting on Twitch all day for 8 hours. But yeah, this is where I'm at. Basically, it's just like, I know the Twitch fella came out and said that he's in support of Hasan, but like, it's pretty disgusting that just because the main fucking platform owner watches you can get away with literally calling violence. It's just like, what does it come to? It's just people like this further dividing people in a time where people are already divided. It's just all to make yourself a little bit of extra money. Was it worth it, Hasan? Was it worth it? What would Shank say? What would Shank say? And that's all I've got to say for you, mate. I'm not angry at you. I'm disappointed. Pretty dead set at this point. Pretty much everything Destiny had ever said about Hasan has pretty much come to fruition. So yeah, I'd be remiss if I just forgot to put in this last clip where Hasan compares a terrorist who's taken over ships that don't even belong to Israel. He's comparing him to Anne Frank.
We're not like, oh, you're trans, we're gonna kill you. They were like, oh, thank you for your fucking humanitarian aid. They don't give a shit. Like, it's the same as any other kind of person. I talked to a teenager from Yemen, okay, who everyone called, myself included, called Timothy Charlemagne or Chalamet.
Is that the One Piece one?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now this kid is like, I think he was like 19 at the time when I talked to him. Which means that for most of his life, he has withstood genocide, right?
Sure.
Like he is a person whose only experience is like, it's literally like talking to fucking Anne Frank, basically, okay? Being able to talk to Anne Frank in real time. That's all he's known is death and destruction of his home,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
With
but he's
American
not
Tom
getting killed by gay people, right? He's not getting killed. Like if he's talking.
Bear in mind, Anne Frank's a girl who didn't put a foot wrong in her life, and as we all know, I like to end some of my videos with a quote. Is a little Anne Frank quote. In spite of everything, I believe that people are still good at heart. Anne Frank obviously couldn't have foreseen Hasan. Thanks for watching.